Did you ever work for the WWF, WWE ever?
Did the jobs.
You did.
Yes.
Okay. When did
Yeah,
when?
that was matter of fact. Let me tell you that story. That was funny, man. Um, I had just finished wrestling school that Saturday, so when Gene said, "I'm gonna give you a call now, be ready," I didn't think he was gonna call this quick though. That Sunday, well Saturday, I went up to my cousin's house and we was watching WWF,
Mhm.
Andre the Giant, all of them on the show, Haku and everybody. Called me Sunday. He said, "Hey, you got a shot at the WWF." I said, and I'm on the other side.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy. So we get there that Monday. He was doing the shot. Had to be there early. You started the shit. We was there like 12 o'clock.
Sure.
You don't leave until the show's over. So I thought I went in the wrong dressing room. So I opened the door, just walked straight, and it wasn't even looking that hard. Andre the Giant sitting right there playing cards with a Haku. And those guys, they drinking. He loved his wine. So he got the 2 bottles of wine right there. He enjoying himself. Hacksaw Duggan and some of those guys was in there. And I said, oh, shit. So I was going back turn around, and I can't remember which one said it. Actually, I think I said a name, but it might have been Duggan or somebody. And they said, who trained you? I said, Gene Anderson, Minnesota Wrecking Crew. Oh, Gene doing? I said, man, you doing good, man. You doing? He got me up here, man. And, put your bags down, brother. You all right? I sat
Nice.
in there.
Nice.
Well, they scared me, but it got me at first. And I went, oh man, I'm in the wrong business. Andre's sitting right there, man, playing cards and chilling. One of the
Yeah.
boys, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd you work with?
Got to work with Kurt Hennig, Jake the Snake Roberts, shoot, a few other guys. It popped to me, but it was funny. Pat Patterson. I know he got his things about Pat Patterson here, but he was straight with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight up. He told me, he says, Gene trained. He said, yeah. He said, brother, if you keep wrestling and learn this business, you're going to be all right. He said, I got one for you. We're going to wrestle Jake. Can he put the snake on you after, the DDT? I said, yeah, man, he can do it. Right. So Jake gave me a lot of stuff, man. Gave me work. Green as I was, he gave me a lot of stuff to work. He said, so I go for the backdrop. That was a go home. So I went for the backdrop. He looked around and timed it just right and packed me just right. Boom, he did the DGT. Went down 1, 2, 3. Gets the snake out. I don't know. He must have got an extra large snake this time.
Oh
Let me
man.
tell you.
Oh.
He put that snake on top of him, man. I was laying there and he just going all over me. I said, damn, it's a big ass snake. You know what I'm saying? So got back in the dressing room and Patterson gave me, some more money. He said, can I tell you something? He said, well, you're the first black guy that snake been put on.
Really?
He said, you're going to be all right, kid. You're going to be all right, kid. Because he said nobody else was doing it. Now, if somebody can prove it, prove me wrong. But that's what he told me. He said, you're the only brother that put that snake on.
What name were you when you wrestled for WWF?
Mustafa Saed.
Oh, you were okay. I want to check that out. See if I can find that.
Yes, you might be able to find. Now, the one that the most of the other ones were more WCW. So I
Yeah.
went against
Eric,
Nineheart,
Eric Watts.
Eric Watts,
I saw that
the
one.
British Bulldog. Good people, man.
Yeah.
Nineheart, and I don't know, it might be Canada. I don't know, but them dudes help you out, man. You know what I'm saying? Help you out to work. Even though the match is not that long, but you get a more of an understanding, the timing and
Yes.
everything, man. And Davey Boy, good people, man. He said, man, you can get your stuff in. He said, but when it's time to go home, you know, scoop you up. We're gonna do that running power slam. We go home, man. WCW helped me out too. Was Stan Hansen.
You work
So
Stan?
work Stan.
Okay.
We was up in. I'm pretty sure we was up in Virginia, up in there somewhere. But you know, he worked for me in matches this so long ago. So they come in and Bill said, "Oh, you got Stan," and started laughing. Yeah, I know this guy gonna complain after this one. You know, because you know Stan bring it, man. He
Sure.
bring it. So I'm standing in the ring, and he said, "Well, the finish is the lariat. So don't worry about when it's gonna happen. He might do it at any time." So I said, "Oh, okay, cool." So I thought he was gonna, talk to me about certain things. He came by me, looked at me, sized me up a little bit, and he shook his head, and just kept on going. And he was normal then. He had his glasses on. He was just walking around. Man, when he came down that aisle with that damn bull or rope and the damn cowboy hat and them chaps on, man, and I'm talking about buck wild.
Yeah.
We get in the ring, he grabbed me. It was like a tornado. It was fun, bro. He was kicking me, stomping me, dropping elbows on me, threw me out the ring. Boom, boom, boom. We went around. He let me get some in. Boom, boom, boom. Got back in the ring, stomping it. I mean, he's hitting you.
Yeah.
It wasn't no joke. When he catch you with that knee to the side of the head, oh yeah, you better know it.
Yeah.
You better know
You,
it. And you go home, boom, hit me in the leg, went down. Next thing you know it, get back, Bill laughing. Got a little smile on his face. He said, "How was it?" I said, "Man, it's cool." He looked, "You sure?" Because you got a lot of complaints being stiff. You
sure.
know that.
Yeah.
You know that. And I said, Mike, no, I'm good, brother. He just leaves and goes out the dressing room. He said, "Man, you want to work you again the next night?" So we did it twice.
Okay.
But he gave me a formula. That was me. Even though he was whooping my ass, that was me because I could the technical stuff. It was so many guys could technical wrestle and they drew money like that. Doing the spots and stuff like that all the time. And he did them too. But he said, "Man, this don't draw money for me. This other way does." And he's right. And that's what I did. I followed behind. I followed behind Stan and his method of wrestling.
What you just said makes so much sense. So many guys try and be great wrestlers. You're never going to be as good as Eddie Guerrero. You're
No,
never going to be as good as
no,
Chris Benoit. You're never
right,
going to be as good as guys. So you got to find what works for you.
right. I ain't
Because
no Jack Briscoe. I'm not no Jack Briscoe, Dory Funk Jr. Come on,
right.
you ain't none of those guys like that. So why I'm
Yeah.
gonna sit there and fool myself? That'd be like me thinking, that'd be like me thinking the duck can bark. You know what I'm saying?
And you mentioned too, like it's a quick match, but you learn the best lesson about being an enhancement guy. Because I must have done 50 jobs. You learn how to shut your mouth and open
Yes.
your ears and just be led. Just be led. Be led by an experienced guy, because you got to learn how to do that.
Well, you're humble. It humbles you.
Yeah.
You don't come. If I would have came in the top, I'm not sitting there. Well, I was never that kind of guy anyway. But if I would have came in top, I wouldn't have learned. To learn the guys that built the rings up, the guys in the back sweeping. I got to talk to all of them. You know what I'm saying? To get to know people. I said, wow, this is big time. People got to eat. A lot of people, the concession stands, all that. So
You're right.
it humbled me. And I'm not sitting there, I wasn't no saint either. Now, but what I'm saying is I knew about the business as far as let me speak to these guys. Even though they're not working, they don't work or nothing like that. I used to speak to the ring people. Everybody. I never was stuck up, and I'm still like that. I'll talk you to death. You already see that.
If promoters want to reach you, if they want to get in touch with you, any social media you want to plug?
Yeah, tell them Money Loves Me Saeed is in Instagram. And you can hit me up there if they need to. And which they found me. A couple of people I'm going. But matter of fact, I'm about to go to Tennessee and May the 10th. Gonna have a thing down there. Get to go against the Rock and Roll again.
Oh,
I think
nice.
Wolfie D and a couple of and see, I don't want to quote too much because um, I didn't get all the info like I should, but I know I get to go against the Rock and Roll again when we get down there.